The benefits of walking with a weighted vest. I have to start out by saying, walking with a weighted vest in a city is, if you care what people think, yeah, it's going to bother you. But if you don't care what people think, you're going to do just fine. But a lot of people will seem to think you're either security, some kind of police force, or military. That's the downside, the immediate downside to wearing a weighted vest. Now, we're going to go over the pros and cons of wearing a weighted vest, and we're going to go over the pros first. One pro, the first pro, is you're going to burn more calories with a weighted vest. You're going to burn calories with the backpack as well. But with a weighted device, especially like a vest, you're going to burn more calories in less amount of time. And that's what we're all trying to get to, right? We're all trying to burn fat faster and trying to drop weight faster. So any kind of weighted device, especially a vest or a backpack, is going to shed this weight off pretty quickly. Now, the one thing about the weighted vest is that it builds strength and endurance. It also strengthens your core, strengthens your legs, your hips. So it's quite the exercise gear that everyone should have. I don't think, if you're going to be in this fitness game, if you're going to try to be in shape, better shape, healthy, you're going to try to strengthen your body, wearing a weighted vest is by far the best way to go. Plus, also, if you are not a fan of a backpack, because wearing a backpack, obviously the weight's on your back. But a weighted vest, the weight is both in the front and the back, giving you better balance, if you will. Again, with a backpack, you don't want to go too heavy. A weighted vest, you can also start light. This is fairly light. This is 17.5 pounds. The difference from walking every day with nothing on to putting on even a little bit of weight makes a huge difference. And if you stick with this 3 to 4 times a week, you're going to burn a lot of fat and you're going to drop weight fast. You're also going to get a lot stronger. A weighted vest improves bone structure or bone density. It also improves your posture, right? So this forces you to stand straight up. A backpack, you tend to lean a little forward, but you have to fix your posture when you're doing so. So this, because again, it's balanced weight, it's, if I'm not mistaken, the plate is like 8 pounds or something, or 6 pounds or something, front and back. That, again, distributes the weight evenly. But you're also going to stand upright. You're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. So with a backpack, people tend to lean forward as it's too heavy. And as they get tired, they lean, again, forward and forward when you start out with a straight posture with a backpack. With a backpack, you need to be upright. It forces you or forcing yourself with a backpack to stay upright. With this, you're automatically balanced, if that makes sense. With any weighted device, it's going to boost your cardiovascular fitness, right? So whether that's a backpack or vest. Again, I'm going to do another video on the pros and cons, but this is specifically for vest. You're going to boost cardiovascular fitness, which I think we're all striving to do, especially over 40. Hell, over 50 and 60, you want to do the same. Now, with cardiovascular fitness, these weighted devices, whether it's the backpack or vest, it hits everything that you need it to hit without having to do separate workouts or buy separate gear. You just want to stay healthy. You want to stay strong. You want to build endurance. These weighted devices, guys, backpack or vest, are going to help you achieve that goal. Weighted vests are especially good for people who are looking to, again, stay fit, burn fat, get strong. If you're training for the military, if you're training for the fire department, even the police department now with all the stuff that they wear, weighted vests are a way to go. You're definitely going to get more with that. But bad side or possible con is you can strain your joints if it's too heavy. And you're normally probably going to strain it in your back if you try to overcompensate for its weight. Some people will lean too far forward or try to fight the weight. If you're fighting the weight that much, you have to reduce the weight. You're not going to be able to fight it for long. Sure, The first day you put it on, you should know right away, all right, this is too heavy. And if you are struggling to walk with this vest on, it's too heavy, you got to come down and weight. This weighted vest, or any weighted vest that's too heavy, requires good posture. So, like I said, when you put something like this on, you have to stand in front of a mirror and see how you're standing. Now, most people will wear this vest and you should be fine. And if you start leaning forward, you shouldn't be leaning back. If you're leaning back, that means you have too much weight. If you're leaning forward, you have too much weight. You should be able to put the vest on and stand at a regular straight posture. So when you're standing up, you shouldn't be leaning forward like this, and you shouldn't be leaning back. You should be leaning straight, shoulders back. That's your posture, and that's how you walk. Now, when you walk like that, you're engaging your entire upper core, and your lower half is also working. So you want to stay upright. The easier thing for your body to do is to lean forward or back because you can't handle the weight. And if you are leaning forward and you're leaning back, you have to, again, drop the weight. Now, some places you're going to read that this might not be good for people with knee injuries or back injuries. Again, that also depends on the weight. You can absolutely have if you're injured, you shouldn't be working out like this at all. This is, I would say, not heavy, but this is also not a beginner's kind of deal. So if you're a beginner and you have a bad knee or a bad back, or you just injured it, don't do it. But I've had a bum knee for a long time, and I fixed my knee, but I was still able to do this. So again, if you start light, but you should start at anywhere between 5 to 10% of your body weight. That is where you want to start with a weighted vest, 5 to 10%, and move up from there. Now, this vest I'm wearing is a Wolf Tactical vest. These are not as expensive. The plates are not as expensive either. I'll put the price of this vest and this plate now. This is ideal to start with. This is where you want to start with. I'm starting with this weight because I'm showing you guys an example. I have a heavier vest. I have a 50-pound, and I have another vest that I'm going to show you guys in a later video that's 50 pounds, and I can add, if I'm not mistaken, another 20 pounds to it, making it an 70-pound vest, excuse me. So, yeah, I'm looking to stay within a relatively healthy, stronger lifestyle, right? Again, I have a daughter who's starting to date. I have to stay in fighting shape. And, going back to boxing and all this other stuff, that's all part of it. And it's just all part of also staying healthy. I mean, what's keeping me in the gym is my daughter dating. But the benefits are I lost weight. I feel better. I'm moving a lot faster now. Not fast like I used to when I was younger, but faster. But anyway, guys, hopefully this video helped out on the benefits and the cons of a weighted vest. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching the Angry Prepper Fitness channel.